Hello, everybody. Hello to all the moms, the dads, the guardians, the nannies, the sitters, whoever's looking after our little bundles of joys. So, these are the plugs that are part of our baby proofing range on MomsAndCubs. I wanted to actually record a video that shows the difference in these two plugs. They look exactly the same. I'm sure you've seen them on my page. I'm also going to share a link below. So this one is the complete cover socket plug, right? While this one is a semi cover. So the difference between the two is that this one closes completely. It is so hard to get this one out. Very, very hard, actually. Like, even for me as an adult, I've struggled so many times. And that's the reason why I went and I looked for an alternative. I love these, don't get me wrong. These I recommend for kids over maybe 9 months, over a year, you know. I used these for my son because he's quite old now. He's almost 2. So the kids are not able to pull these out. These ones, there's a trick in baby proofing, baby safety. And the trick is you can't just do things while the babies are watching you. You know, one thing I've learned through this journey of motherhood is that there's a term, monkey see, monkey do. I like using it a lot. And I'm not trying to offend anyone, but what's happened with my son especially is that every single thing that I do, he will do it. And an example I will give is whenever I get on the scale to check on my weight, he's watching. I never thought he would one day, just on a random morning, walk into the bathroom, go on my scale, and actually look at the numbers down there. So that's a safer trick. So I'm going to try to put this one in, and then I'm going to put this one on the other side, right? So this is our complete cover. Done. This is our semi cover. So you can't see them from that distance, but on the page, all the pictures are available. The difference is there, it's zoomed in, you can see it. So my thing was with this one, although I've been a huge fan, considering the age that my son is at now, I enjoyed these ones better. So I don't have nails at the moment. Normally I would just grow my own nails and then just put some nail polish on them and make them look nice. I struggled a lot, and this goes to the moms. It's a tip that I'm just going to give to the moms. Trying to get this thing out requires so much effort, so much that when you use your nails, you can end up hurting yourself. I've had a lot of nail chips. I honestly didn't like the admin that came with these. And that's why I would say move on to these once your child is a few months older. So with your 6-month-old, 7-month-old, the ones that are crawling, the ones that are still grabbing on things, the ones that are still balancing on things, these work magic. And another thing about them is they are cheaper. So when you take these ones out, right, it's not so much of a mission. So which means you can't use these ones when you have, for example, an 18-month-old, because he's going to look at what you're doing and he's going to go try do what you are doing, and chances are he will be able to pull them out. That's the downside of it. But otherwise, convenience, these are the ones. Another thing I've picked up was that I struggled a lot with the people in our family. For example, with these complete closing ones, people got annoyed with them to a point where sometimes people just don't put them on. For example, in a room or a bedroom where a child doesn't go in, somebody will just assume, okay, the baby doesn't make it all the way in here, so leave these things open. But the risk is you can never, and I repeat, you can never ever underestimate these little people, especially when it comes to such things. This is dangerous. If this is on and your little child comes in here holding whatever they are holding and they're sticking things in there, a lot can happen. I'm not an electrician, but a lot can happen. And I don't think there is, okay, let me not. But all I'm saying is you'd rather be safe than sorry. So the downside of these complete ones was that people never put them on. They just closed the door and just hoped that the baby will never get into this room. Another thing, when you come back from work, you are tired, or you come back from wherever, you are just tired and you are thinking of the admin of taking this thing out. It got to a point where I had to use a knife, even though I made sure I switched off the plugs. But it's still dangerous. Knives and electricity, no. All right. And I would end up having to call someone to come help me. I'll end up having to call my daughter to come help me. Okay, she doesn't have nails. Cool. We'll try to take these things out. But honestly, you can see how much work it is. You can see. But they work. So once your child helps you with this, sometimes they just feel like they don't need to close it. I mean, it's such a mission. Somebody's probably gonna come charge in the next 5 minutes, in the next 10 minutes. So there's no need to put this in because it's such a mission to take it out, right? But in that 5 minutes, in that 2 minutes, the little people. The little people, they are always waiting for an opportunity. Always. So you'd rather navigate with these for as long as you can. I mean, you'll see, you'll pick up when it's time to move over. And the cost is so cheap that honestly, you can just switch up, gift somebody else, or I don't know, but they are not ridiculous. Another thing is parents sometimes, and I'm not saying all parents, I'm saying some parents. I've seen it during my research. I've seen it during interviews with people I know. You would come and you would want to order 5 plug covers because in your house, your child can access 5 plugs. But you don't think of the fact that when you go visit somebody, when you go visit grandma, when you go visit auntie, when you go visit whoever, when you go visit your friends, when you go out with the kids and you have to sleep out, I say just rather have as much as possible. They are not expensive. Honestly, they're not expensive. So the thing about this, it would be that, okay, cool, you're keeping your baby safe at your house, right? Now you're going to visit. Then what must happen? What must happen? So, yeah, man. That's all I was trying to explain. I hope you can all see the difference. I just pulled this out. And now, ooh, now, oh, now I don't have nails at all. Now I have to take this out. Ooh. Ah. Yo, my fingers are even red. It hurts. It hurts. But they work magic. So I keep both. Convenience and the right age. Difficult, but as they grow stronger, these are your besties. So I hope to see you all there by Moms and Cups. Here is our socket covers, both available, and I'm looking forward to your orders, and I'm also looking forward to your reviews. I mean, I think I need another mom to review these two plugs. I actually need to have a giveaway. I need to create a giveaway. Not such a bad idea. Maybe I should ask around on how it's done, because I mean, I need somebody else to tell me if, yeah, this is it. So the baby is not in here, but the baby spends most of his time in here. So these plugs are always closed. I just use this one now just for this whole demonstration, but otherwise I'm going to close this one with the exact same one, because he is a big boy, and never underestimate the tiny person. Never, ever. So yeah, hope to hear from you soon. Bye bye, and thanks for watching.